right, section 5, we are going to chunk for lesson 36-1 is going to be questions 10 and 11. 10 and 11. So let's take a look at those. Number 10 says, Trey's text messaging minutes are shown in the table above. Find the mean absolute deviation for the amount of time that Trey spends text messaging. Why is the mean absolute deviation for Trey's data greater than the mean absolute deviation for Zach's data? Number 11, Olivia's text messaging minutes are also given in the table above item 10. Find the mean absolute deviation for the amount of time Olivia spends text messaging. Explain why Olivia's mean absolute deviation is descriptive of her data. So, this is key. It already tells you that this value that we get here should be greater than the one we got for Zach, which was 36. So I want you to work questions 10 and 11 with your table mates. And you might want to set up something similar to the table that we set up for Zach on question number 7. You might want to set it up similar to this to kind of keep your numbers in order. Now remember that the mean for every single person was 60. So you will always be subtracting by 60. So again, questions 10 and 11, pause your video, 7 minutes time. All right, the answers to questions 10 and 11 have now been provided. And I went through the little star mark here, just means I went through and I did the deviation or the absolute deviation for each number. So I got 50, 50, 75, 75, 50. When I added those up to find my MAD, I got 300 divided by 5, which is 60, which was greater than Zach's MAD, which was 36. So Trey's data values are further from the mean, meaning that the spread was a lot more. So that's the reason why his mean absolute deviation is higher than Zach's, because his were closer to the mean. His values were. Let's talk about Olivia's. Again, I did the absolute deviation of each one of the values, and I got 0. And why is the 0 important in this particular instance? And why would it be? It's because Olivia's values were the same every day. Remember, they were 60 all the way across the board. So since her numbers were equal to the mean, there was no deviation. There was no spread. Even if you would have done the range here, the range would have been 0, because 60 minus 60, that's my largest and smallest, is still 0. There's no deviation. She doesn't fluctuate on the amount of minutes she spends texting every evening. On to your debriefing.